Mix 106, today's best mix. Want $5,000 in your hands? Find the missing cash and it's yours. The Bandit is back. Mix 106.
Show off the
Who
drink.
remembers the New York seltzer?
Lemon lime, root beer.
Yeah, oh, I like the root beer one.
Those
ones were
root
good.
beer was hit or miss though. People either loved it or hated it. It wasn't a universal.
My brother used to always say it tasted like bark.
Oh, how do you know?
But then again,
yeah.
who's eating bark?
That's when you question the person who's telling you that.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
So, hi everybody. If you're playing along with the Bandit 2016, we are now in day 2. Feels like it's been going on for a few days since he was teasing us over the weekend, but we don't have a lot of the answers, but we thought we'd give you a chance to ask us, especially if you're new to the contest and want to know more about how it works. If we know the clues, we could certainly go back over them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's so upfront with everything that's going on. So.
Yeah, we may not know exactly what you want to know, but we'll sure give it a try. If you want to ask us any questions on the Bandit, feel free. Anything that you want us to maybe recap about how the contest works, we'd be happy to do that. I know there were some questions about what time the actual clues happen. The guaranteed clues are 6:20 and 7:20 with Mike and Nicole, and then 4:20 with me. Jen does a recap at 12:20 during lunch, so that much we do know.
And then if we can record them on time when he's calling in and try to put them up, you know, so you can hear him back. I mean, we're trying to help just as much as anything else, because we don't know where they are.
No, the way they do it here, the bosses have 2 people that know and that, you know, are aware, and the rest of us are kind of in the dark, and we get to play with you, so it's fun to be able to do that. But the DJs are not told, so...
I have the slightest idea. And honestly, just like you, when you were listening this weekend, and he interrupted, it was like, gosh darn it, this guy again, seriously, come on.
We know it's interesting, it can be fun, it can be frustrating, we get all that, because we're playing along too. And last year, I thought I had it, and...
Did you?
No.
Well, Nicole and I, too, we went looking around for it, and we're like, we've got to be close to this. And it was funny, because it was right across the street from where the station is, people were walking around and doing that, and lifting up rocks and looking around, and it was
here,
crazy.
let's show you this for a second. So we are right along the Green Park, if you haven't seen our studios before. So that tree line over there is the green belt. And so we had people that were searching, like, these little planter areas right outside our windows. They were looking like crazy. There'd be people walking through the parking lot in the middle of the night.
Well, yeah, on the air, and you look out the window or put the windows up, and people are just sitting there looking all around the building.
Yeah. Okay, Jennifer says, is there any way to make the Bandit speak more clearly on the radio? I can't understand him at all. We can sure try on our side. From the process that he goes through, obviously he's disguising his voice. So the unit that he uses to do that is usually the same whether or not he's on the phone or not, and typically it's on the phone. So we try really hard to crank up the volume on him and make it as easy as we can. If there's a way for you to record it and go back, that probably is the best plan, because I can't promise, but we'll certainly see what we can do on our side.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the voice from the movie Scream.
Yeah. It's kind of funny to even try and get the pieces and make sure you didn't miss anything. Curtis says, any idea what we're looking for? Our understanding is it's going to be something that just indicates the money, so same as in the past. Last year it was the missing M. Year before it was pig that was colored like the rocks that were around it. So it can be anything, and we don't actually know.
We have no clue. So, you know, that's why when he does call in, it is super important. Like, I've even seen people, like, record it and then play it back and write down the words and everything.
Transcribe it.
Yep.
What we have seen in the past is that it's usually something that obviously doesn't belong there. So that much is true. It's not going to completely... I guess, be camouflaged, and even though the pig was kind of that, it still stood out a little bit. So it had the colors. I think, was her name Amber who won? Do you remember?
That was right.
Was it right before you got here?
Yeah.
I think it was Amber who found that one, and she had moved some rocks, and so it ended up coming out, and that made it a little more clear what was there. And then the M last year obviously didn't look like what it was found on the underside, like a cap to a bike rack that was at the base of the concrete. When you pushed it up, it was right underneath, and so it didn't quite look like it should have blended. So plan for something that doesn't quite look right. That's usually what it is.
I just can't imagine what it'd be like to get $5,000.
I know.
Like, just to go around and find 5Gs. Like, I know what I would do. I'd pay student loans off well, not all of them, but
that's what
still.
I should do. I would probably go to Hawaii. Like, you know what? I got to take a quick vacation, and we'll come back and figure out how to make more money. Good questions, man. Sorry, Curtis. I know that's not exactly what you wanted for an answer. Jennifer, has there been any times, like, is it worse this year for you to hear him? Are you struggling more this year than past? Sarah says, what's the furthest it could go? Treasure Valley. It's not going to be outside the Treasure Valley. And I think he said that already this year.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I think it was one of the first clues that he threw out.
Yeah, that's in the rules, so it'll be in the Treasure Valley. And that's always an interesting one, too.
Any more questions? Any more?
We know middle of the day and it's a busy time, but we thought Jennifer. So it is worse this year. Okay. All right. Maybe his device, his scrambler device is wearing out.
I guess. He seems just as ornery as he does.
But I'll tell you what, it was weird to have the bonus clues yesterday. He's never been
that is a little
helpful.
bit weird.
Yeah.
Being that first day, it's kind of crazy that he would even want to help as much as he has.
Yeah. It's the ransom note is an interesting thing, too. I'm curious to see if people are going to be able to team up or what they're going to do.
Nice
Stacey
question.
Has a good question.
Good. We'd like to know that as well.
I believe wholeheartedly that it's somewhere in the Treasure Valley.
Yeah.
I don't honestly have a good clue yet. I haven't caught all the clues though personally, and I need to do a better job of that. But
yeah.
I was stuck in traffic. I don't know if you guys experienced this day. Traffic was brutal today, so I was screaming at the person next to me while the 720 was going on. I had to turn it up and go, "Oh wait, I'm missing this," and then came in for Mike. Jillian, is he allowed to lie to us? I mean, he's always vague, and I don't mean misdirections with their... You know what he said last year, because we had the press conference that you were the translator for last year. I think.
Yeah, when we were on Periscope.
Yeah, and I think one of the things was he'll never directly lie to you. You're right, he can... what would you say? Misdirect is a great word. Like, I think that's a fair word. But I think the rule and what he said was... he's not going to ever directly lie, so he won't send you totally in the wrong direction. I don't know what the line is, but misdirect yes, lie no. So I don't know if that helps. Danny, don't tell your employee.
All right.
Okay. Not sure, Danny. Maybe expand on that. When he says ransom 1, that is the first ransom piece, and when he says the ransom 2, is that the second ransom piece? So on, So from what I understand, there are 4 pieces of a note that have been split up. You may want to try and team up in a way, or someone may want to share them. And he said he may share, I think.
Right.
So they could be your secret. They could end up being shared. But yeah, they're pieces from what we understand that probably go together either to make a map or to put some direction together. Maybe it's a picture. I don't think he said it's words.
No, he hasn't really come out and said anything about exactly what it is, but I know that he definitely was pretty ticked about everybody complaining about how hard it was last year, and that has lit a fire under his butt even more to, be a little bit more...
Sensitive little guy.
It's funny, he is.
Yeah, he's a little strange, but, anyway, that's what we know about the ransom notes, that they're going to help you, or they could... What I took it to mean was it could make it an easier find for the cash. Because yesterday he did still give a straight-up cash clue, I think. Or was that today?
I'm not sure.
One of the days. He said he was giving it just for the cash. It may have been one this morning. We're so in a fog. I came in...
It truly is. Like, ever since the money was stolen on Friday, like, we were so excited to give that stuff away. And when that little broke in... Like, that was just not a cool day.
Shelley, to me, the ransom clues just add more confusion. I can see that. I can understand that. Theoretically, I guess it's easier, but who knows. Sarah, so we're looking for pieces to find the cash. Okay, so this is maybe the most confusing part then. There's one location for the cash, like it's been every year. But in addition, this year, he's put this ransom note in 4 places. And so the ransom note is going to give you a shortcut, theoretically, to the cash if you find enough pieces. So that's why it might be a map, or it might be a picture, or it might be something like that. So he's cluing the ransom note and the cash at times. Shelley said, just give straight-up clues to the cash like the past. Well, he said he doesn't want to, so...
Yeah. He wants to make it more difficult, specifically because everybody was whining so much last year.
Oh, Danny, I remember that. Okay, good. So Danny on the chat, he was the boss last year that lost to the employee. Hey, is he still working for you? Because we were talking about that. If you don't know the story, and we're not talking smack, it was on the radio, but so Danny had found the actual location, and he knew even exactly where it was going to be. And I think, Danny, if I recall, you shared it at the shop with your employees, or you were talking about something, and you were saying, I think I got it, and I'm going to go head over there. And one of his employees, Colton, who won it, went over before Danny could get off work. And then, if I recall correctly, Danny, you passed him on the way out. He was leaving, and you were coming. That's craziness. So, Stacy says, oh, Danny, that was so horrible. And Danny says, yes.
Yes. We were all a little bit shocked.
We hurt for you, man. Like, that was crazy. And it was funny because when Colton first came into us, it sounded like y'all were working together. And then I thought, you know what, let's call and see. And I remember. Jennifer, love that this is happening around Halloween. There should be a person dressed up as the bandit that goes around the city and will get us all excited if we see him. We heard that happened last year because there were people saying that they'd seen someone dressed up that was, I think that or maybe it was just in Menemen street clothes. I can't honestly remember, but the theory was that they'd met somebody who asked a bunch of questions and it seemed like maybe he was out there. Jillian, oh, that's savage. It was so weird because we were so happy for him. And then you start hearing the story and you're like,
what in the world?
Your boss, though. Yeah. So I love Danny. He's still working with you. That's got to be a trip. Are you guys cool? If you want to share, and that'd be interesting. That would have been a hard thing for me. Would have been tough to get past that. Nicole from the morning show's on. Hi, Nicole.
Hey.
Hi. Nicole has a crush on one of us.
I don't know who that is.
Stacy, does he still work there? Are you asking about Danny? If Colton still works there, we're waiting to see if he answers. And if you're asking if the bandit still works here, no, not an employee. And 2 likes, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Any other questions? You guys have had good questions.
Hi.
That must be Nicole. Nicole representing his Mix 106 radio. So.
Hey there.
All right. Stacy, yes. Okay.
Okay then.
Guessing that, oh yeah, Colton. So yeah, Danny, there's curiosity. Does Colton still work there? Would you clarify that for us? And if he does, are you guys still cool? It's such a loaded question.
Man, yeah,
if they're watching this together, hi Colton.
Yeah. They're going to do anything wrong.
Well, let's see.
Have you guys started to group up and, share clues yet? Has anybody done that yet? Or I know there's Facebook pages that people get on and do that.
Jillian says, yeah, can you get the bandit his own show? That would be an interesting show. I think the voice disguiser thing might get a little bit old, but
he's hilarious.
Jillian, yeah, he does have a little bit of an attitude, doesn't he? Jillian, do you like it when he picks on us, or do you actually kind of go, okay, chill it out, dude? Because we've had some people who come to our defense, although this is ironic, too. I get made fun of for wearing hoodies.
And look what you're doing. It's like he...
What are you going to do?
Well, what was funny is this morning, the one clue that he was talking about with Nicole lighting the stuff on fire.
Yeah.
She looked back at me. She's like, "How did he know that?" It's like I don't know.
He does his research. I'll tell you what. Jennifer, got a bonus clue for? We don't have them.
Yeah.
So honestly, we'd love to, but it's out there. I don't know. Stacy, yes, we're doing it on Facebook share. You guys do a great job.
Nice.
If you're part of the big group, I think there's one of about 600. It's really cool. And I know they've let me jump in before in years past, and it was cool to see what's going on. Sherelle, I think that's a cool name. You should make one. I'll join the group. There are a few, so search. Mm-hmm. And Julia, just sharing clues with my husband right now. I'm not good at sharing. Well, that's going to be the hard choice here, because I think if people go public and say, I've got one of the ransom note chunks, I'm curious if they're going to say, okay, I've got another one. We can put it together and split the money.
Oh, Jennifer, you don't like his chit-chat, huh? He wants to go straight to the clues instead of this chit-chat.
I don't mind if we skip some of the chit-chat, too, sometimes.
He is especially mean with you.
I know. And I've been a nice person to him. I've never done anything wrong. It's just whatever.
I think he just enjoys the conversation with you. It's one of those things where he can poke you and...
It's odd, yeah. He's an interesting cat. We're very excited about it. I think I missed one in there, but maybe not. Julia, I like that you're sharing with your husband. Is he playing too then? Are you guys working as a team, or is it just you kind of venting to him? Sarah says, could the chit-chat have clues in it? Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's actually smart. I know last year it did. There were some hidden clues. He did some anagrams in the chit-chat, and then I think he had confirmed something.
Yeah.
I can't honestly remember, but there was something that was a big development that came out of the chit-chat, and I think it was as he was mocking me. Julie said, I like the chit-chat. It's hilarious, but that's my sense of humor. Right on. That's fair. Danny, yes, he does still work there, but I work in a different part of the company now, and I say hi to him. Danny, you're a good guy.
Hey, that's really
awesome.
Cool of you, man.
So, if you're following Danny and Colton, the boss, Colton got the money. He does still work with them, but now at a distance. Are you going for it again, Danny? Are you playing hard this year? I really... Not that we're cheering just for you, because we like anyone playing, but, man, that's so tough to be that close. I'd love to see you win. That'd be really cool. When a ransom note is found, is that going to be public, or will the person keep it to themselves? That is their choice.
Yeah. I think that's the new wrinkle with this time around, is that if they decide to share, then they can. But if they don't want to share, then they can still keep it, I guess.
Unless you get a number of them, I bet it's not going to do much. I don't think having one would really help. Yeah. So it's probably going to be smart for that person either to call in and see if they can hook up with somebody who has another section. Or I think from something that he said in unloading this whole concept, I got to go back and listen to it again. Mm-hmm. Do we have that posted? Did he post the
announcement?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's up on mix106radio.com.
That might be a good one to review, because my guess is that he's either going to give you a little head start, and then that may change, or that's going to be one of those things where, again, you want to partner with somebody and put the pieces together. My gut is it's a picture, because that's what he's done in the past. So my guess is that you're going to need more than one section. Danny's on the case. All right, very good.
Good for you, man.
I know there's been some discussion about whether Canyon County is in play this year. That's always an interesting one. I'm curious what you guys think. Are you looking in Canyon County? Do you think that's a chance? Because that's been a big complaint last year, and I know this year people are talking about it. Sherelle says, so there are multiple ransom notes. There's one note in 4 pieces is what we've been told. So, yes, 4 sections to find. Julia said, I may share stuff with coworkers, but since I'm the boss, I don't want to end up like Danny.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
The Danny lessons. There we go. Lanny Lee, I think.
When are you guys going to post the official rules, or are they on the same as last year?
I'll check on that. I thought they were up, so I'll ask the boss. But I thought they were up. Jennifer said, regarding the Bandit being inaudible, it was hard to understand him last year as well. The years before were more clear. No need to... Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I said no need to say
Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate it.
We'll pre-read from now on. That would help. We've told you before, I'll speak from... I'm not that smart, so, sometimes. Those are good comments. Yeah, you're welcome, Lanny Lee, sorry. I made it Leanne. That's your new name.
That's cool.
Enjoy.
That's cool.
So Canyon County, do you think there's something out there? I'm just curious, because that's always the big conversation piece. And what was the clue? It was something about to see or not to see.
Yeah.
And then somebody was talking about Shakespeare. So do we have a Shakespeare?
Shakespeare Festival is out on the other side of town, so it's not in Canyon County. It's over by...
It's by Botanical, isn't it?
Yeah, by Lucky Peak and all that area. Well, not Lucky Peak, but on the way out.
Okay. Yeah. Jennifer says, ha. Jillian, I've said Canyon County every year since he stole the first, and I've been wrong every year, so yeah, fair enough. Although I think, again, with a new wrinkle of 4 locations, maybe there's more chance of it being in multiple places. Or maybe he got smart and thought, hey, they'll never guess. What was the one about the cash then? I'm thinking it was this morning. Crud, I can't remember. Do you guys remember what the one about the straight up cash was? If you've been playing along, I can't remember which it was. Was it one word? It was maybe one of those.
Oh, yeah, it was one word. I actually wrote it down this morning because I was confused by it too.
Okay. So if you remember it, share it with everybody. Maybe we can chat about that. Shelley said, what is your take on public land and private? I know the definitions, but your take. It can't be on anywhere that's restricted. So private is pretty much off limits unless it was something where there was permission granted, and then I know that would make it kind of hard. So I think last year, neighborhood, that was that's what it was. Yeah. Thank you. That a couple of you did that. Thank you. That was right. Neighborhood was the one clue for just the cash location. So if it's something like a housing development and an HOA park, that's probably okay. If it was a field that somebody owned, that has a fence around it, that wouldn't be. Yeah. And obviously public land, it can't be on the Capitol grounds. It can't be on a place that would get you in trouble if you were in it outside of hours, typically.
Yeah, so like no government building that you have to break into.
Right, or like a restricted BSU area or something like that. That wouldn't be. And I don't think anything would have changed on that. If it was off the Greenbelt and accessible any time of day, then that could be something. If it's off a public walkway, something like that. Hope that helps, Shelley. I think that's right.
Yeah.
We should have brought the boss in for this too. So neighborhood. Parks are open dawn to dusk. Yeah. So then you'd have to be looking at those times. So I think dawn to dusk is pretty much the rule that it was designed around. So in theory, we're not saying you'd be searching at 2 a.m. even though we know some people have.
Yeah.
So good stuff. Neighborhood. That's interesting. What does anyone think neighborhood might be? Just out of curiosity.
I was just as confused.
Because I wonder if that indicates housing development, if it's more broader. I don't know. See, this is the problem. We actually really get into playing along, too. It's fun. Do you know what time it is? Got to make sure. Yeah, okay, good.
Yep.
I should do my show at some point, so good time.
He's got to go on the air soon.
15 minutes. I just want to make sure we weren't late. So Shelley said North End, the bench. Interesting. So you're thinking broader neighborhood, Harris Valley Ranch. That is the neighborhood it was in last year, I think, right?
Harris Valley is near the park. Yeah.
I'm so bad at keeping neighborhoods straight. It's crazy. I know mine, West Meridian. That I can do.
Hidden Springs.
Where's Hidden Springs?
That's on the way up towards the dump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny that our dump has one of the best views in town?
Oh my gosh! It's beautiful up there.
You go to dump trash here, and it's like, why aren't there houses up here? It's crazy. All right. If there's any other questions, we'll probably do a couple more minutes and then we'll bail. And again, sorry, I know we don't have all the answers.
Yeah, I mean, if we knew these things, guys, we would definitely share them with you. As much as we know, we want to help you guys and let you know what we know.
Yeah, we really do like playing along with you. It was in Columbia Village one year. Okay.
Oh, nice, yeah.
The rims were in Parkland. Jillian said, I actually thought you guys knew where the hidden object was. It's cool that you're just as clueless as the rest of us. You know what? They do that for a couple good reasons. Yeah. It would be so easy to slip when we're on the air, and so that's one of the pieces of it. And then, honestly, I think the less people that know, the less chance you ever have to say, well, did someone influence this or that? So it's there's two people, and then there's documents that have it set so that there's an awareness and no one can change it. But the rest of us just kind of go. Our rule is DJs don't know. So
I got to say, I'm really happy with the fact that he didn't steal an M again this year.
That was ridiculous.
Saying X106 was the worst
it was
ever.
So like we're not that smart. So
no!
Learning how to do X106, today's best X. It's just nuts. And then trying to get out of that afterwards was crazy hard too. Jennifer, the rims were in CV. I was there with about 200 other people. Was it that much?
Holy
really?
Moly.
200. Neither of us were here yet, but 200 people found the place. That's nuts, man.
I could see it though with as amped as people get about this. Like it's not surprising.
200's insane.
That's a lot of people though.
Let's see. Question probably. I think that's coming in the straight Facebook. But is there an object we should be looking for? We're not sure what it is. Yes, but we're not sure what it is. It'll probably be the same as years past when it was something that was indicative of the item, but don't know. Sorry. The cops I bet they did. Yeah. Need crowd control on that.
Exactly.
How close were you to getting it, Jennifer? Was it like seconds away, or was someone else in the exact right spot and you were nearby? Was it pretty close? All right, final questions. About a minute left, I think. Anything? Lenny Lee, so there has been clues before in the banter? Yes. Yeah, he said that last year. And when we did the recap, he'd said that. Sarah, I was close to finding the ornament one year. That was crazy as well. Was that the pig? Because, I heard there were a number of people that had evidently gone and moved some rocks around. That was interesting. Oh, Jennifer, you were close, huh? Crazy.
Nice.
All right, maybe you're going to have a repeat this year. All right, 30 more seconds if there's anything else you want to get in. And thanks for joining us, too. We
appreciate it.
Yeah. We hear from his royal crankiness that he's going to pop on and do some stuff, too. Jillian, how small can the object be? Small. The M was
it was tiny. It was like that big.
Yeah, about that big. So it can be small. Jennifer said, a kid grabbed it and ran off right next to me. He gave it to his mom, who was waiting in the car. There was a controversial situation about that. Oh, probably the age. So do make sure that you're 18 or older if you try and claim it. Let's see, Tracy.
My hair down?
Thank you, JD.
Okay, appreciate it. Well, you don't like it up like this? Come on.
Do you know Tracy?
No, I don't.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, it's cool.
That's great. Lady Lee, Amber is sitting next to me. She got the pig. Okay,
nice.
Cool. I messed up your name earlier, I think, Amber, but hi. That was my first one, and she was awesome. I remember, Amber, you had discovered the pig, if I remember correctly, based on Google Earth and the freeway wall that was across the highway from where it was. And you'd spent like hours putting this piece together of where it actually could be. And you straight up deserved to win that. You'd put in some crazy work. If I remember that correctly, that was pretty awesome. So nice job. All right. Let's see.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Nice. Tracy, are you in the hair industry?
I think she's playing with me.
I love it. It's great. Yep. Laney Lee says, yup, for Amber. All right, you guys, hey, thanks a lot. Again, we'll do this again if it's helpful, and certainly feel free to share this. And if you're in the Facebook group, hi, you guys. We always admire what you do and love how you do it. And happy gaming, safe gaming. And the next clue is coming up at 4:20 this afternoon, so we'll see what he has to say today.
Make sure to check the Facebook like this, mix106radio.com. Also on Twitter at mix106, and then Instagram mix106radio.
And if you ever want to call and just let us play along with you and share what you're thinking, we love that, and we won't pass it along. If you tell us don't put this on the radio, we won't. But it's really fun to get to play along. Hi, Susan.
What's going on?
Yep, Tracy said she's
okay, I appreciate it. Thanks. Right. I was going to have a complex for the rest of the day.
He still will. That's the crazy
I will,
part.
yeah.
Jillian, thank you. And Jennifer, it's probably best you keep the item a secret for a while. 1 year it was Santa, and there were oh, wow, interesting. All right. Can she win this year? Yep, she can. All right. Thanks, you guys. Take care.
Bye, guys.
See ya.